Well, hello and welcome everyone. This is the phenomenal team project, wonderful ladies that I've brought together for International Women's Day. I brought this together from just one post and this has gone mad, and we're coming out to you live now with so many of these lovely ladies that are part of this wonderful group. Now, I started off with this. I had a memory come up. You know how we do on Facebook? I had a memory come up that 4 years ago I'd spoken for International Women's Day, and it's something that meant an awful lot to me. I was asked, there was someone asking on LinkedIn, they wanted a woman to speak that excelled in a male dominated area, but it was so we could inspire young women. And it was a secondary school here in the UK, so one of the senior schools just before you go into university. And they'd asked, it wasn't originally, it was just going to be the sorry, bear with me, I had a message come up there. It was just going to be the sixth form girls that I was speaking to, because I had quite a strong message to tell. This school allowed every girl from the whole school. They literally cleared their assembly room, their assembly hall for the whole afternoon, and allowed me to speak to them. And I got 3 standing ovations because I gave these young girls the chance to see just what they can achieve. And from there, I just want to do something for International Women's Day every year. And I shared this message, I shared it, this memory, and a lovely person that I connected with on Facebook when I first started, a man called Lee Webster. He reached out and he said, Pearl, do you want to co-host the brainstorming network group meetings for the month of March for International Women's History and International Women's Day? And I said, yes, I'd love to. And it literally went from there. So I put this little post out, just text, no picture or anything, saying, I'm looking for strong, empowered ladies that would like to join a project that will come and be a guest on my podcast to tell their story for International Women's Day. We are now on the 7th of March and we are over 80 strong. And I'm looking to see that we can get us to 500 by the end of March. So anyone listening that wants to take part in this project, please message us, leave comments below, and we will get back to you, and we'd love to have you as part of this. So with that, I have called these lovely ladies together, and one by one I'm going to get each lady to share with you who they are, what they do, what their business is, and what Choose to Challenge means for them. And I'm hoping that you will share this far and wide, because if we can, just one message tonight or one message throughout this month, if we can make a change to a young girl's life or to a woman's life, if they're changing in their career, no matter where they are, if we can empower someone to move forward and we get a response from that, I think we can pat ourselves on the back and say, thank you, we've achieved exactly what we want to do. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for anyone listening back on repeat. And again, I say, if you want to take part in this, please message and we can make sure that you've got all the connections from there. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce our first wonderful, empowering lady. And I'd like to have Francesca Cassini to speak first, please.
Thank you so much. It's just magic to be part of this International Women's Day initiative. My name is Francesca Cassini. I founded an mainly online global community for women over 50 4.5 years ago, and it's going strong. And our whole reason for being, in a way, is to challenge convention as we're together rewriting the myth of the older woman. And if that speaks to you and you're a woman over 50, please come and join us. Thank you.
Thank you, Francesca. That is wonderful. I know when we first met, we hadn't connected until we came to this project, and the synchronicities and the connections we had from there have just shot through the roof. And I feel each and every one of these wonderful ladies on here, I feel a personal connection to, and it's so wonderful, and I'm sure everyone listening will feel the same. Can I ask the wonderful, wonderful Jo Duttfield to share her message with us, please?
Thank you for inviting me to be part of this, Pearl. It feels like a huge privilege, and I'm really grateful to connect with all of the other women as well as part of the project. So I work with women who feel broken, and I help them put the pieces back together and find their authentic self. And I do that through my holistic practice. I do that through shamanic practices. I do that through sound healing and hypnotherapy and various other kinds of workings to encourage them to connect with their inner strength, their core, their true self, and find their potential. And the thing that I choose to challenge is women finding their place, women feeling that they are connected to who they really are, and that they can define themselves according to how they feel about their life, not by their past, not by their upbringing, not by trauma they might have experienced, just to help them move out of a place where they are and help them define themselves without the expectations of others. That's what I challenge.
Oh, that is wonderful. Thank you so much, Jo.
Thank you.
This lady, Jo and I talk practically every day. She is absolutely phenomenal. And I urge you to follow each and every one of the speakers that we've got on today, because they are all fantastic. And they stand out empowering women, and they are at the top of their tree in everything that they do. So thank you so much, Jo. Thank you. And next, I'd like to introduce you to a wonderful lady. We did our one-to-one podcast interview this morning, and it has gone live on the podcast. So please make sure that you follow the Pearls of Wisdom podcast so you can pick up each and every episode as it goes live. And I'd now like to introduce you to Deborah, Sophia, Magdalene. Welcome, Deborah.
Oh, thank you so much, Pearl. I saw your post on Facebook and felt an immediate draw to collaborate with this amazing project. And I'm the Frequency Alchemist. And as the Frequency Alchemist, this project has got a certain frequency which is drawing people from all over to be part of this collaboration. And my work is about helping people be the best versions of themselves, being happy, being healthy, being wealthy, and raising the vibration. And my work is all about bringing people home to themselves, for them to know that they are love, to know that they can bring into their lives whatever they want if they tell themselves the right story, and to give them tools to do that. I love working with essential oils. I love working with technology. I'm working with a high frequency device, which is just awesome for magnifying your intentions and for providing us with awesome health and giving our cells what they need. And I just love working with the team that we have, some of who are on here. And I just feel so blessed to be taking this out into the world on a bigger stage. I choose to challenge limiting beliefs that keep us small, stop us from shining our light in the world. And I've gone through that journey of learning to love myself and knowing that I am more, I am worthy. And so that's my choose to challenge limiting beliefs. Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah. And definitely, if you listen to Deborah's interview, you will see exactly how she has challenged those limited beliefs. So I will definitely say to you, make sure you listen to every one of those interviews. Now, the next wonderful, wonderful lady we have is Deborah Free Spirit. Deborah, would you like to share your message, please? Oh, you're still on mute, I think.
Okay, thank you everyone, and especially Deborah, Sophia, for inviting me to be part of Pearl's little group. I'm really excited to be here. So I'm Deborah Free Spirit. I'm a mother, a way shower, and also a high priestess. I was ordained 5 years ago. I'm part of the Order of the White Rose, and Goddess Isis actually oversees the Order of the White Rose. So I actually hold space for women. I empower them to heal within through meditation, oracle cards, rituals, and I'm also shamanic trained. So I help them retrieve their soul if their soul has been taken away from them. I have many tools to my belt, but now I'm kind of bringing it all together. I've been traveling for 5 years now around the world, visiting different sacred sites and working with Indigenous teachers to bring me to where I am now. So my challenge is really to empower women to be their true, authentic self.
Oh, that is wonderful. Yes, I love that. And I think everything that you've just shared there, Deborah, there are so many wonderful women in this group to collaborate that could sort of raise that voice further, because there's lots of ladies that do wonderful things, and it'd be lovely to see us all collaborating. Vanessa, thank you so much, Deborah. I'm now going to move to a lovely lady. Now, if you follow this lady on Facebook, you will see me with slightly longer hair. Yes, it was extensions. This is real for once. This is really, I've not got anything clipped in today, and I've left a wonderful testimonial for this lady. I've worked with her 2 years, almost coming on 3 now, and I have seen her grow and grow and grow. I'd like to introduce you to the wonderful Stephanie Thompson.
Hello, you gorgeous soul. It's lovely to be here, and thank you so much for bringing all these beautiful people together. It's absolutely fantastic. So well done, sweetheart. Well done indeed. And yes, it's a good 2 years since you and I first started working together. Hello, ladies. I'm Stephanie Thompson, and my business is Stephanie Thompson Coaching. I'm an online business empowerment coach, and I help new coaches figure out, by getting really focused really fast, on how to get their business established, how to get their programs launched, how to get themselves globally visible, attracting clients and making a profit. And that's all done in 6 weeks by 10 simple steps. I have the honor of having clients all over the world. I do work with women, I will admit that. And it is such an honor to be able to share my business knowledge to help them able to shine their light. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm working with ladies who are superb coaches. They just don't know how to get their message out to the world. So my choose to challenge is to shine your light, to stop playing small and to get your message out there, because the world needs you. Thank you, Pearl.
Thank you, Steph. That was wonderful. And I say to anyone, my calendar now allows me to sort my life out, and that's thanks to this lovely lady. When she did her free challenge and she taught me, I had a great long list, and I knew what I was doing. I just couldn't fit it all in. And I did a free challenge with Steph, and by the end of it, my calendar is now sorted, and I can have a life as well as to do business now. It makes such a difference. It's wonderful. So thank you, Steph. Now I'm going to move you on to a lovely lady. You're going to have to help me with your last name, because I've tried and tried and tried, and I know I'm going to get it wrong. So I'm going to introduce us to Nicola. Nicola, please, how do I pronounce your last name properly? I can't do it justice.
It's easy. It's Baragry, so it's Baragry.
Oh, why didn't I think of that? I was saying too many R's and it wasn't sounding right. And so thank you so much. Yes, wonderful. Can you share your wonderful story, your message with us, please?
Thank you, Pearl. Everyone gets the name wrong, so that's understandable. I only heard about this a couple of days ago off the lovely Sarah, so I wasn't quite sure what to expect tonight. I am currently in the process of setting up my own business called The Positive Ripple Effect. And working with the energy alignment method, I want to work with anybody that works with children. So parents, carers, teachers, foster parents, adoptive parents, care workers, to change their energy so that they have a positive ripple effect on the children that they're working with. There are so many children who are suffering from anxiety issues, who low self-confidence, school refusers, or even behavioural problems, being excluded from school. And often, I worked in a high school for 9 years, often, if you can change the carers' perceptions, that will have a positive ripple effect on the children and on everybody that they come into contact with. So my business launch, my challenge, is to work with parents to have that positive ripple effect to go around the pond to everybody that they work with.
Oh, that is absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much, Nicola. I'm now going to invite a very special lady to speak. Now, along with Jo Duttfield, I'm afraid Amanda Joy, the pair of them are both on speed dial. They really are. I talk to them 5-6 times a day, sometimes more. We put the world to rights and we make it work. This lovely lady, Amanda Joy, there's quite a few things that we work on together. Amanda, would you like to share your message, please?
Oh, yeah, I would. Thank you so much for inviting me on, and just amazing to be with all of you, amazing, inspiring, powerful women who are just doing such wonderful things. So I'm Amanda Joy, and I'm the Director of Studies at the Northern College of Clinical Hypnotherapy. We bring wonderful people into the therapeutic world and guide them to become amazing clinical hypnotherapists, because there is such a need at the moment for to support people in our communities to have better mental well-being, and hypnotherapy is a wonderful, powerful, amazing tool, and I love sharing it with people so that they can go out and help others too. I'm also the host of the Wednesday Wellbeing Show on Newtown Radio Sounds and on Amanda Joy's podcast, which is also on Awakened Podcasts, which is an amazing, another collaboration project that I'm involved with some absolutely fantastic wellbeing practitioners who bring just wonderful bits of information about nutrition and exercise and fitness and natural beauty and all sorts of things. And I've just noticed that my lips are not in sync with my voice, so it's a bit weird looking at my own face, so excuse me for that, but you'll just have to, technology is what it is. I was like, my mouth isn't doing what my voice is doing, it's really weird. Anyway, never mind. My choose to challenge is I really think it's important that we make time to celebrate our accomplishments. You know, we've all overcome so many things in our lives. We've all had to fight for things. We've all had challenging times. And, you know, sometimes those accomplishments are just really small and sometimes they're huge and amazing. But I think we should celebrate all of our accomplishments, big and small. And I think as women, we should remember that all of every accomplishment that we've made and every great accomplishment at some point in time was believed to be impossible, and you know, it's just wonderful to be able to see all of this achievement right here, and we need to celebrate that more often and celebrate each other's achievements. So make time to celebrate your accomplishments is my choose to challenge. Thanks for having me here. Lovely to see you all.
Thank you, Amanda. You are always so bubbly. Every time I speak to you, you're so bubbly, and thank you for sharing that. I'm now going to go across to Charmaine Barber. Charmaine, would you share your message with us, please, lovely lady?
Hello, Pearl, and thank you so much. That I'm so grateful that I was in a group and I answered this post to be on a podcast. It's like, whoa, look what's happening. This is totally amazing. So yeah, thank you for having me in this amazing group of women, and it's going to grow every day. I know it is. It's just fantastic. So my journey comes from a traumatic childhood, and to this day I've decided that as a coach, I would like to working with people who want to work on their confidence, because confidence is everything. If we don't get out there and live life to the full, then without confidence, then we're not going to become the best person we are meant to be. So my challenge is to be visible, to stand out, to live life freely. And I've also got a podcast which I set up 2 years ago that I'm just starting interviews for. So if anybody wants to be interviewed, little plug there, sorry, Pearl. My podcast is called Confidently You. All you've got to do is reach out, message me, whatever. Thank you so much for having me here, Pearl. It's great to be here.
'Tis a pleasure. 'Tis a pleasure. And I would like to say, please reach out to each and every one of these wonderful ladies that you are seeing on this Zoom tonight. And from the podcast interviews, there will be other live panel interviews where you will get to know all these wonderful ladies. Like I said, they are the top of their tree. Please reach out, connect with them. Lots of these ladies have podcasts or shows that you can come on. And please, if you have a story that you'd like to share, reach out to them, see where you can collaborate and see where you can grow. So thank you, Charmaine. Thank you for mentioning that. I'm now going to go to an absolute powerhouse of a lady. I think everyone in the Messenger group has heard this fantastic lady's voice. I have just shared through my profile not only her podcast interview, but the video. Each and every one of these podcasts have videos come in, but I'm editing, I'm doing snazzy stuff with logos, and it takes a bit of time, so they're going to be a bit later. But this lady, you need to watch the video whilst you listen to the podcast, because it makes sense. And now, please, I'm going to introduce you to the wonderful Liz Howard. Liz, can you share your message, please?
Hi, Pearl. First of all, thank you for inviting me to come play with you again. Hello, lovely ladies out there. I'm so happy to meet all of you. I'm really, really grateful that you're giving all of us this opportunity to just speak our truth and say what we do and how we support women. What can I say about me supporting women? Number one, Liz Howard is my name. I founded the company Soul Food Seminars. Soul food is, of course, for your soul. It's food for your soul. And that's what I do. And I do it through working with the voice. I'm a freak for the voice. I'm a freak. I'm a guru. I'm a voice whisperer. I heal the sound with love. I channel it. I listen to it. I heal it. And I'm going to say it out loud on this podcast. I love working with women. Love it. Love it. Always said it. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not gay, but I love me some women, okay? So I want you to know that. That's number one. Number two, I do have I'm starting a podcast as well, which is going to be called Soul Food. So please look out for that in Clubhouse. You'll find me. And last but not least, with love, I thought about what is my challenge? What is my challenge? Choose to challenge for women. And I thought to myself, how amazing would it be for our challenge if we started, first of all, that we compliment another woman during this month, that we challenge ourselves to compliment a woman every day instead of we compliment her, okay? That's number one. How about if we also challenge ourselves, regardless of what our path is, that we're going to tell another woman the truth, whether she wants to hear it or not, but we're going to tell her the truth with love, and we'll say it. How about if we send a virtual hug to another woman and say, I'm thinking about you, I miss you, and I'm sending you this hug. And how about, as a collective, all of us together, instead of when we get up and we look ourselves in the mirror, instead of saying, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like this, that you'll just say, hello, you sexy thing. I wish you a great day for 1 month. That's my challenge. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. Isn't she wonderful? I mean, this lady, you have got to listen to her podcast. Literally, from the second we started to record, it was energy. It was just high vibe the whole time. It really was. I'm not going to say any more because I do not want to spoil it for you. But please listen to the podcast. Each and every lady I've already interviewed, there's been tears of joy, there's been laughter. If I could have given virtual hugs through the Zoom screen, I would have done proper hugs, because the messages people are sharing are fantastic. So thank you. Thank you. The next lady I'm going to come to, again, connected on Facebook and on LinkedIn. But this wonderful lady has sent so many wonderful, wonderful messages through LinkedIn to help to bring people into from her network into this fantastic project. I'd like to turn the show over to Tina Tran, please. Tina, thank you so much. It's the first time we're getting to actually speak. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for the wonderful messages you've been sharing. Thank you.
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
I'm so excited to be here. This is my very first time being in a panel on to celebrate International Women's Day. I am speaking to you from Canada, and I'm so excited to see so many of us here today. And thank you, Pearl, for including me. As Pearl has mentioned, my name is Tina Vicky Thomas. I specialize in helping people deal with stress, anxiety, fears, phobia. So basically the negative emotions that weigh down on us and hold us back. And I'm doing this because not so long ago, I was one of those myself. And if you have known me just, I would say 3 or 4 years ago, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be part of you, because I was full of stress, anxieties, and all of those negative emotions. And I use energy psychology to help people and to help myself as well. My company's name is Quintessential Energy Focus. And this year, my choose to challenge is, I just want to echo Liz, because what I wrote down as choose to challenge, it's just a tiny portion, but her message is so powerful, and I'm just going to join her and piggyback on her message, because it's worded so much more beautifully and so much more empowering compared to what I want to say. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you, Tina. Now, your message is strong, so don't you ever say anything else. It's just fantastic, but it is, if each and every one of us, anyone listening and anyone on the panel, if we make a point of saying well done to someone every day, almost a nice comment, something that makes them feel, it doesn't cost us anything at all, but just to add praise to someone else, that could be that one message that lightens and brightens their day. We don't know how they feel inside, and if we can share just one positive message, they could have been at that cliff edge and our positive message has brought them back. Now, isn't that special if we could do that? So thank you, Tina. Thank you so much for that. I'm now going to call on a lovely lady that I've known for a few years. We've worked together on some energy alignment work and everything. I'm going to call on Julie Walsh. You will know her for Julie Swan Art, and she is the most gifted artist. Her work is phenomenal, and you will see I have already interviewed Julie, and the energy on that interview was great. So I say to you, please go and make sure you listen to that episode. Julie, could you share your message, please?
It's a lovely introduction, Pearl. Thank you very much. Like everyone else, I'm just blown away by this group. So delighted and honoured to be part of it. Yeah, my actual name is Julie Walsh. I paint under my maiden name of Julie Swan, but it's only really now that I can call myself an artist. It's taken me 20 years of self-development to kind of manifest what I'm getting redundancy this month, so I can now focus on it full time. And through my journey to find my own joy and my own fulfillment, I've also worked with a lot of people along the way. So my background is actually in pharmaceuticals, and I know this group would all go, ah! But it's really helped me to put across energy work and soul development and all what some people would class as woo-woo stuff to people that are much more grounded, if that makes sense. So I've seen some fantastic transformations with people. I qualified as a clinical hypnotherapist and psychotherapist, and now moving full time into doing my art. I hope my intention is that my art brings people joy, but also I run workshops, and in that my intention is to help other women to find their joy. It might not be the art, but art and being creative really opens you up to your own intuition. So my choose to challenge is really if there's anyone listening to any of these podcasts or looking at any of the group work, anyone who's feeling slightly dissatisfied or trapped, or I spent so long in a really good life feeling dissatisfied. My choose to challenge is to ask those people that feel that to see who on the panel or who in this group resonates and work with them to find their joy, because we all deserve it. We're divine beings. We all deserve to live a life of joy and purpose.
Thank you, Julie. That is absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. And like I say, I urge everyone, go and listen to these interviews. Those pearls of wisdom, those little nuggets that everyone shares, you come away and it just brightens your day, and you've learned something from each and every one of these lovely, lovely ladies. And now I'm going to come to someone that is literally the queen of what she does. If you've listened to Patty Lawrence's interview, this lady's name is peppered throughout it. I literally feel I need to say, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy. You are absolutely phenomenal. And here I need to say a massive, massive thank you for Bernie Floresca for actually connecting us. I now would like to turn the floor over to Samantha Hartley. Samantha, welcome and thank you for joining this group.
Thank you for having me. It's nice of you to meet like one of my most successful clients before me. And so that's a very nice introduction. I think if all of you can imagine, if you're like the person who had among the biggest transformations in their work with you was with your, introducing you, that would be very nice. So yeah, I'm super delighted to be here. I mean, what I really like is that there are advocates for women out there, and Bernie is one of them. I think it's really good for us to always acknowledge, like, there are men who are like really lifting up women right now. And it's just nice because it's so refreshing as a contrast to what else is going on. So I'm Samantha Hartley. My business is called Enlightened Marketing, although I'm rebranding more to just be around my own name, partially because I do a lot more things than just marketing. I do a lot of, it's generally like business growth. I came out of the Coca-Cola company. So as Julie was saying, for those of us who came out of kind of a big evil corporation and are now doing the work that we're doing, there's, I think, my policy has always been the idea of kind of infiltrate and change from within. And so I think part of my life journey was to go in there and study what was going on and then get propelled out of there, like out of a cannon. And that is what really brings me to my work. So I help consultants and business coaches, mostly people who work with other businesses. A lot of them are also ex-corporate, like I am. Patty is as well. So for those of us who came out of those environments, what we had experienced there was just this stifling, patriarchal, hierarchical, a place where it was not open to new ideas, even though they would say, be creative, be creative. They didn't want to hear new ideas. It was not a safe environment. I don't mean that in terms of just like actively whatever, but it felt like war every day in terms of competition and negativity and just the way that we were expected to, to work. So it was kind of a crazy place to be. So what I help my clients do, a lot of them are already consultants, and I help them just to dramatically increase their revenues. My challenge to women is like, we make our own economy. There's no glass ceiling when you're self-employed. And so we have so many options and alternatives for the way that we can work through, what's going on and what's happening. And that's what I really do best. So Patty's just a great example. When she came to me, she was charging, she's a finance person. So she's kind of a virtual CFO who works with small businesses. And when she came to me, she was charging about $2,500 or $3,500 per client. And recently she texted me, she sold at $224,000 for one client engagement. So that wasn't overnight. That's a 4-year arc in confidence, but that's the kind of growth that we can look for. So I have many other stories like that, which are thrilling to me. I've worked with small businesses for the 20 years I've been self-employed. And then over the past few years, I decided, I can work with anyone. So why don't I lift up women, which is who I want to lift up, because I can just make the world a better place by doing that. So I work mostly with women, and as I say, a few good men who are also my clients. And I don't know, it's just, it is my passion. I'm bringing in, it's funny because I feel like you would think that I don't have anything in common with the people who are doing shamanic work or essential oils and the other things that we've talked about, but I'm merging all these worlds and kind of sneaking them in to people who don't always see it coming, but people are called to me because I'm holding that corporate energy and because I'm holding a really strong spiritual connection, and they want to do things differently. So very high feminine and very high masculine in one container. And I didn't start out that way. I was pulled into the feminine by things that are going on recently. I think a lot of us have done. I really identify with what Liz was saying about like, I didn't always feel this way about women because I was pitted against them. We were pitted against each other when I was growing up in the South. And when I was in corporate America, I see nodding. It's crazy. A few years ago, I admitted out loud for the first time, like I didn't like women and I didn't trust women because they were mean. And everybody in the room who was a woman said, oh my God, I know exactly what you're talking about. And I can't even identify with the version of myself who said that now because it was programming. So I could go on and on about that. My challenge is that if you think that there is a limit on how much you can earn in this life, doing what you're doing, let go of that because anything is possible.
Oh, thank you so much, Samantha. And I cannot wait until we get to have our one-to-one
tomorrow,
because I'm going to ask now. I'd like you to come back as a regular guest. You have so much information to share. I would love that. So thank you so much for taking part in this. It does mean so much to me.
Thank you. And thanks for pulling us all together miraculously.
That seems to be my special gift I have. It just seems to work. It seems to work. So thank you. The next lady I'm going to introduce only joined the group a very short time ago, and I can see that you've been sending messages and everything. So I would love next to turn to Dee Twentyman. Could you share your story, please?
Hello, Pearl. Hello, everybody. It's lovely to be here in such esteemed company. To think that I'm actually part of this group, it's amazing. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you. Yes, my name's Dee Twentyman. My business is Resonance Holistics, and I work with people to challenge their perceptions of themselves on their own abilities to heal chronic pain and to work with chronic pain. I help them to explore the interconnections between their beliefs, their expectations, their fears, and any of their actions that reinforce pain sensations in their body. We've got a rich history through, back with our ancestors. Women were, the tincture makers and the alchemists. They just made, medicines out of plants and herbs. They connected with their bodies. They listened to their bodies. They listened to everything that was within them, their inner resources. And we've lost a lot of that through, you know, the last 100 years of allopathic medicine. So my work is to help people to reconnect with that, to teach them how to actually heal themselves and to manage and mitigate against chronic pain, whether that's psychological, emotional, or physical. I use hypnotherapy. I'm a qualified hypnotherapist, psychotherapist. I work with herbs, plants, all of that kind of things. And my challenge is to challenge the pill for all ills mentality, and for us all to get back to being our own inner healers and be our creative and be more autonomous with our health. And that time has got to be now. With everything that's been going on in the world, we are creators of our own health, and that's it's just been my mission for many, many years now. So that's who I am. Yeah, Resonance Holistics, and yeah, please come along and have a chat with me about that.
Okay, thank you, Dee. That's absolutely wonderful. I can see already that you're collaborating with ladies in this group, and we're just going to get larger and larger, and our voice is going to get louder and louder, and that is what is so special. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
The next lady I'm going to call upon, you'll find that she has two interviews on my Pearls of Wisdom podcast, and I've been lucky enough she's interviewed me as well. Very, very clever lady. She knows her stuff inside and out. She's someone else I've asked to come back and be a regular guest. I'd now like Beata Bukowska. Please, Beata, can you share your message, please? Oh, you're still on mute. Beata, you're still on mute.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hello, ladies. Hello, it's a, thank you so much for this event, and it's a pleasure to join you all. So, ladies, by running your own business, you are not only own it, but also represent the brand you create. By being a leader, or as a leader, you are not only represent the organization, but also your own leadership brand. So I work with professional ladies, and I support them to achieve their personal and professional goals faster and more effectively by defining the most important areas of their development, removing the barriers which really prevent them to succeed, and more importantly, by creating their personal brand. Personal brand, it's a process, it's a strategic process which will could help you to find your place in the market more. It will create your unique image, will help you to create your unique image and professional communication on different platforms. And for me, really, personal brand, it's the most authentic way to show your personality and to present you as an expert in your field. So it's me, Beata. I'm a coach, a personal brand creator, and well-being strategist as well. I've got extensive knowledge and experience working across health and social care sector as well. So I do believe our health, it's our wealth too. For some people, health, it's nothing. But I do believe that without health, everything becomes nothing. And the choose to challenge for me, the message, it's really your personal brand matter. And it's really about your smile, because I do believe your smile, it's your logo, and your name, it's your signature. So your personal brand matters. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Beata. And what she doesn't tell you, look on Amazon. She's got a ton of books she's written. I know when I first interviewed her, as a thank you, I got books through the post, which made my day. This lady knows her stuff. So please make sure you reach out to her. she's fantastic. She really, so thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank
so
you,
much.
Freita.
Yeah. The next lovely lady I'm going to call upon, again, literally we've connected over the last week since we've done this project, and it's so lovely. I've seen you messaging, connecting, and you've added such a shining light to all the group. I am so grateful to have you on board. I'd like to go to Sanna Edlund Soaring. Sanna, could you share your message, please? Oh, you're still on.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Pearl. This is so wonderful, beautiful, and for all of you ladies, I am so honored to be here. So my name is Sanna Edlund, and I'm a life coach, transformational life coach. I work with women, with mothers who know that they deep inside they want more than what they currently have, and to connect deeper within themselves. That's been my own journey. I actually was born and raised in Sweden, and then ended up coming over to the United States, which is now my home. And my own journey was moving towards creating what I wanted in life, and then finding myself through a relationship giving my power and my voice away. And the whole journey of different things that happened with a painful divorce, losing my house and Hurricane Katrina, and a lot of things where I really, through life experiences, was brought to my knees, and just having to go within because my willpower was no longer creating anything. And I learned that we are so powerful within. We have so much more than we think. And to just help women, mothers, to be mindful and to start connecting to their soul, to their heart, to start cultivating their own self-love and getting strong within feels like such an honor. And I absolutely love my work. It just, because I know how much it changed my own life. And to just be a part of this, it feels like it's as the world is changing. There are so many new things that are coming in, and we're growing in psychology and mindfulness practices and meditation, everything all over the world. And it's so beautiful to see, because I really want to do just my part of helping our whole world to just raise the consciousness, to raise the vibration. We've talked about that. It's like it's within. So my challenge that I want to do is I want to challenge our perspective on success and happiness, and to see that it is not out here. It really starts within. It's an inside job. It is shifting within, and a big catalyst really is self-love, and all these other things that we add on. And when we change, it's amazing how we start attracting other things, and we're realizing, yes, that it's been touched by these amazing women before, that we are abundance, we are joy, love, wealth, peace. We have all these gifts within us. It's sort of, we're just not able to see it. I know that was my own path. So I am so grateful to be here, Pearl. Thank you so much for having me. It's just an honor and a blessing. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Sanna. Thank you for being part of this. And like I said, I've seen you connecting with people and shining your light, and it makes such a difference. And that's the feeling that all of us in this group have come together. Each and every one are very special ladies, top of your tree. And yet we've all come together to share one message and to see how we can collaborate and help each other. And for that, I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next lady I'm going to introduce you to, We first started working together in the corporate world 2012. We were both consulting for a massive utilities giant, as in National Grid, and doing our communications piece. We specialise in different areas of communications. Our paths cross. It's one of these special ladies that you might not see for years, and then when we start chatting again, it's as if we'd only seen each other yesterday. And it's just wonderful. Now, the lady I'd like to introduce you to, she is phenomenal at what she does. Vanessa Freita Robertson, would you like to share your message, please?
Hello, Pearl, everybody, and hello, everybody. You are such a lovely lady, Pearl. It was so lovely to reconnect with you. And like you said, it was like just sitting down for a coffee and just catching up and reconnecting from where we last left off. And I'm so happy that you invited me. Thank you so much. So as Pearl said, I'm Vanessa Freita Robertson. I'm a communication consultant specializing in employee engagement and employee communications. I'm also a mindset confidence coach, and I absolutely love what I do. I love working with people. I love working with women. I also work with men as well, but I just I love people. I love understanding what drives people. I love understanding how to get the best out of somebody and how to help empower them so they can uncover the potential that's already there, because I believe that we all have the answers inside of us. We just might need a little bit of help to uncover those answers and go towards getting the life that you want. So I am passionate about coaching women and heart-centered men to overcome any obstacles they're facing, and also have the confidence to reach for the life that they want. I also am a storyteller. So how me and Pearl came to being is we worked on projects together, and I worked on, telling the story from beginning, middle and end to resonate with employees and help whatever project was being put in place to be adopted and gain that engagement with people. So I run a communication consultancy called Lloyd Communication Limited, but the training arm of that is Transform Your Life Official. I loved what Samantha was saying, Samantha Hartley, about rebranding yourself around your name, because I have a business coach that's given me that advice. So I think I'm on the right path. I mean, if Samantha said it as well, I must be going along the right path. So that is something that I'm going to be doing soon. So that's me. And thank you, Pearl, again for inviting me.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. And I'm going to say my favourite word, all of you that's already been on as a guest, it begins with S. It's synchronicities. And it is, and you see the amount of synchronicities that have brought us all together in one place. And as we start to share our story and our message, there's so much that we have in common. And that's why all these lovely ladies are coming together to actually make a difference for International Women's Day. But who knows what the future holds? We could all be doing something and collaborating again and again. So thank you, Vanessa. Thank you so much. I'm now going to take you to a very, very special lady, someone else that I speak to almost every day. She's been helping me practice all with Zoom and taking it onto Facebook and pressing buttons. And I still probably haven't got it all right. Yes, I can multitask, but I can't do everything. And this lovely lady is helping me. And you'll find that you'll see her name on a lot of things, because she's going to become my executive assistant. And she's going to start doing loads and loads of stuff, because I know this lady knows her stuff. So I'd like to introduce you to the lovely Sarah Ibrahim. Sarah, would you like to share your story, your message, please?
Hello. Oh my gosh, what a privilege to be here. I've been sat here listening to everybody else, and I'm like, oh, how am I following all of this lot? Like, it can be a tad intimidating to be amongst the greats like this, but oh my gosh, you ladies are incredible. And each of you have got such an amazing story and a gift for uplifting others. And so I want to start actually with my Choose to Challenge, because, hey, that's me. Let's do it back to front, right? So my Choose to Challenge is about being authentically yourself. And that's kind of, I wrote down before I came on here what I was going to say for my Choose to Challenge, and I've completely changed it around because of what all you lot have said, okay? So it's about being authentically yourself, right? I challenge you to show up as you, fully in your power, knowing that you have got something that nobody else can imitate, no one else can bring, and nobody else can tell you how to deliver, right? And each and every one of these women that's come before me and each and every one that will come after are all shining examples of this, because they are bringing something specific to the table. And some of it is not so mainstream, yeah, but that doesn't matter, right? They're not thinking to themselves, oh, I can't do this because what will people think? They're out there owning it, boldly making moves, and that is for all of us, and it's available for us all. So I'm Sarah. I'm an inspiration coach, which is a life coach, but I called myself an inspiration coach because my whole life people have told me I've inspired them to do something, be something, say something, don't do something, whatever. And I work with women much like Sandra who know that they want something more, but they're not quite sure what that is. So I help them reconnect with who they actually truly are at soul level, and help them to take the inspired and aligned action to step out and own the life out of their existence, and that's me. So I'm really excited to be here. I'm super excited to work with you all. I've had some amazing conversations one-to-one with some of you. I've known some of you and grown with some of you, and I look forward to all the collaborations that come. So thank you so much for having me. Much love, one and all.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. And this lady, I told you, she is inspirational. She comes in and literally she will just turn the whole room around, because Sarah is bubbly. She will change everything. She will just, you catch something, you flip it, and she will turn it on its head, and she will make you smile. This lady makes you smile every day. So thank you. And like I said, she's going to be my executive assistant. I'm so excited about that. It means I don't have to do lots now. Anyway, sorry, I must move on. Now, this lady that literally we've only connected recently, but when again, the way you have connected with the ladies in this wonderful group, the message is that all I keep hearing is Clara's wonderful, Clara's fantastic. Do you know what Clara can do? I would love your message, Clara Goldie. Thank you.
Oh, Sarah, I feel all emotional now and humbled at such an amazing group of very talented women. And I just want to say that my story started at a very young age, where I was challenging right back then, the system, and I couldn't understand the world around me, how it was competing. So I couldn't even go into corporate. I couldn't touch it. I was highly sensitive female. I have gone through so much. It's unbelievable. And I'm writing about it so I can help other men and women challenge the status quo and know they are possible. I'm actually an internationally recognized interior designer. I started at a very young age on my dream. I had a lot of stops and stalls, and things haven't always been easy. We all have negative things that happen to us, including me. I had severe anxiety attacks at a very young age, but I've always been about pro people and about recognizing that we are the change. So I have my main business as an interior designer, but I'm not your ordinary interior designer, because I see home as an opportunity, whether you're a mom starting a business or whoever, as a real opportunity for growth. So I realized along my path, I'm a spiritual healer. I see, which I don't talk about too often because a lot of people don't understand the gift, but I show up with those gifts to help move people out of their limitations, their stuck perceptions about the outside world and their own world. And I'm a bridge. So I tap people into their inner world with the divine feminine, and I bridge it in the masculine world, because the masculine has got so much, we can learn from. I work in a very male-dominated world, and I've actually found that sometimes men have been my best advocates in rah-rahing me on. And I want to challenge a lot of things, actually. All the ladies resonated with me today, challenging medicine, challenging mental health, challenging what we are as human beings. We have to break the frontier down and go beyond what we've been told we are, because we are so much more. I prove that time and time again, coming from very negative situations, busting through limiting beliefs about what women and what men are. It's not just what women are, it's the beliefs that have been, you know, so I'm challenging this whole slave gene, whoever they are, who've manipulated humanity. I am challenging that. I am challenging that we are bright, wonderful human beings. I had the Marianne Williamson pinned on my fridge for years, you know, the Nelson Mandela speech, and I was so blown away with it. I had it as my mantra for 10 years, you know, and that really has held me in good stead. So now, as I'm 56 now, and I realize that the journey that I have been on, the twists and the turns and the unbelievable pain that I had to come from, has never kept me down. I've always believed I am possible, and not only am I possible, but I take my teams with me so they know they are possible. Now my gift, I want to give back in a really big way. So the last 10 years I made a bit of a transition over into coaching other men and women to heal all the negative DNA that have been thrust upon them through eons of time, and we're breaking down this old paradigm, and we are starting a new paradigm. And I think the women here are all voicing incredible aspects of this. So I am so grateful to be part of such an amazing community, Pearl. And I don't know how it happened. I think it was through Deborah, because Deborah and I have been connecting for a while now. And I think your name popped up, something popped up, and I thought, yes, synchronicity, this is meant to be. I don't know what else to say, but I just really feel humbled and grateful to so many amazing women that I've just heard speak. I just feel, yes, 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 when I hear it, because when I started out at 19, I was challenging things right back then. And I really thought, oh my God, we've got such a job on our hands. And I've kept going through extreme adversity. So this, I feel, is like a beginning of something else that's even more amazing.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Clara. Now you can all see this is what Clara has brought to our group. This is where everyone's been talking, and the energy and the excitement. And thank you. I mean, this is what...
Oh, thank you, Pearl. Thank you, Deborah, for getting me hooked up with Pearl. It's such a blessing. And I also have to say, I just share this because Francesca Cassini, who I met through Deborah and I joined, I thought, I'm not going to join a silver tent group. I don't feel this age. I've got so much energy left. I don't even like the taboos of 50 plus. And then I thought, hang on a minute, we're challenging the myths. We need this work out there. We mustn't write older women off, because there's so much richness in women.
Yeah. Oh yes, most definitely. So thank you so much.
Thank you guys and ladies.
Thank you, Clara. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm now going to move to another lady that has literally joined the group recently, and it's so lovely that she's got involved from the word go and jumped on and joined this panel. Alicia, would you like to share your message, please? And I hope I've pronounced your name right.
Hi everyone. My name is Alicia Son, and I'm the founder of themineralspa.com. So it's how my journey started. I work in health and social care, but for many years I've been challenged in life through cancer, through my sister passing away from cancer, through a very close family member really ill. And I choose to challenge how we look at health. And I believe we need to bring our modern medicine and functional medicine much closer together. And I'm really passionate. I'm just holding my camera because it keeps moving. Sorry, so that's why. I'm just really, I really want to challenge how we view health, how we look at health. Look at health from a holistic point of view. As for me, health is the first pillar of your success. The first step to get there, it's your mindset. So I ran the Mineral Spa Facebook group. I healed myself from psoriasis, palm plantar psoriasis of my hands and feet. And that was purely with the power of the minerals and vitamins, and also power of geothermal waters at the time. Since then, I've gone back into things that I knew from childhood, because I grew up on a farm. My parents were farmers. I know in terms of what's being and how the soils are being exploited and so on. I also learned quite a lot about herbalism. So I love, anyone who knows me, they know that I love picking my own food in the forests and so on. And that's also because the food that we eat these days, the nutrition isn't what it should be. So we have to be very mindful how we eat and what we do. So I challenge, as I said, I challenge how we look at health, because health is the first pillar of our success. Our mindset is the first step. And that's because I've lost health by chasing the wrong things in life. And I've learned that if you look after your health, no matter what else happening in your life, you're able to pick yourself back up. Because I've picked myself back up numerous times in my life. It's a long story and I don't have the time for that now. I'm also TEDx and international speaker. I am author and a life coach. So I share my knowledge within the group. I want that to be a worldwide message across. I also want to challenge our current lifestyle and how we reconnect with nature, because we can heal through nature. Nature is really powerful. The problems these days, we're disconnecting more and more from nature. The task force, the UK task force, actually looking at children and how we're disconnecting from nature, how that affects our well-being. So first of all, Pearl, I know we haven't had the chance yet to meet as such. So this is our first talk together. And I'm really, really grateful to be able to speak with you. I'm also really grateful to a special lady in this group, Amanda Joy Harrison, whom I spoke with and we've collaborated already. So she just pointed quickly a message yesterday to me. So I didn't know what to expect, but it's amazing. Thank you very much for inviting me to this group. As I said, for me, health is the first pillar of your success. And that's what I challenge everywhere, every lady, every person, not just lady. And also I challenge us as women to be more active, especially we are the heads of the home. We run the home. We talk to our children. We need to go back more and reconnect our children with nature, reconnect our children with mindfulness, with all the holistic practices. And that's what the Mineral Spa is all about. So it's about beauty inside and out. So beauty from outside, so the power of minerals, the power of natural beauty and natural products, the power of natural nutrition. So no synthetics, no synthetic vitamin C, natural extracts. I also love, and I've brought my own brand this year. It's small brand, it's a cottage industry, but I love doing things myself and I know nothing's added. So that's my message to other women. Don't be afraid, stand up and do what you believe it's right. And I believe that we need to wake up. Yes, modern medicine is amazing, but there are also drawbacks in modern medicine. And where modern medicine have the drawbacks, we have huge power, the traditional Chinese medicine, acupuncture, so on, mindfulness. There is so many coaches and there are so many people around the world that prove over and over again that you can heal through the power of nature. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And like we said, literally, you only joined the group yesterday. And look at you, you've shown up here today to take part. And that is wonderful. And I thank you. I thank you for that. We all thank you. And look at how we're all connecting with that.
Thank you, Pearl. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. Now, the next lady, I'm going to introduce, if you've had a chance to listen to previous podcasts, this lady's story made me cry. And once the video goes out, yes, I've got tissues and everything, because she made me cry from joy, from everything she went through. Her story will astound you. And what she has done now is just phenomenal. I'd now like to introduce you to Josephine Sandra Calaguera. Now, Josephine, please, would you share your message?
Oh, my goodness me. Thank you, Val, for having me. Thank you. I'm so privileged to be here to speak to see my inspirational people here, Stephanie and everyone else. There is Sarah. I'm seeing a lot of people and I'm feeling so thrilled that I am able to be on this stage with you. So I think most people haven't met me, but if you haven't, I would love to connect with you on Facebook here. And my name is Josephine Sandra Kanagira, and I'm a setback to comeback queen and an author as well. And I am a proud mother to a 9 wonderful-year-old boy. And the reason why I talk about him is that he became a young carer from the age of 5. And that is what has inspired me to create a community here on Facebook called Shine Through Your Setbacks. And that has led me to come to my divine calling, which is to help struggling moms with physical and emotional challenges to be empowered, to be resilient, and to come back stronger than ever before by me providing the safe space for them to feel heard, accepted, and supported without any judgment, because I know what it is and what it feels like to have a young children at home who are supporting you. And yeah, so basically that is what I do and what I stand for. So what I choose to challenge is a lot of things, but one that stands out the most is that no matter what we all go through in life, no matter how much difficulties that we all experience, we should not allow that to define us, our capabilities, or destiny, because there is that one thing that can lift you up, and that is called why. Why? And for me, it was my young boy who literally, it means the world to me. And recently he dressed up as, I'm gonna get started now. Recently on World's Book Day, he dressed up as me. He's a son, well, he's a boy, obviously, and he dressed up as me on World's International Book Day because he's so inspired. And what he said was, Mom, thank you so much for trying your hardest, given that I've seen you struggle, and I'm dressing up as you because you are such an inspiration in my life. And I just can't. He melts my heart. And I know Sarah here, I know we all like single parents going through, you know what that means. And when you're struggling to get back up stronger than ever before, and seeing this person, this thing that means a lot to you. So yeah, that is what I stand for. Difficult times should never define any of our destinies, any of the things that we go through, because we have this reason stronger than ourselves to come back up.
Oh, Josephine, thank you. And I say to everyone, if you haven't already, please listen to Josephine's interview. Like I said, she brought tears. It's such a special message. It really is. And this lady only became an author last year, didn't you? And you've got 2 books, 2 published books. So make sure you look for her on Amazon. Make sure you get those books because she is phenomenal. I am so blessed that so many wonderful ladies are joining this group and are part of the people that I speak to almost every day. It's just wonderful. So thank you so much, Josephine.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. Now, the next lady I'm going to go to, we've only had a conversation only a couple of weeks ago now, and we were introduced by the lovely Amanda Joy, you'll find that there's quite a lot of ladies that have been introduced to this group by Amanda Joy. And this lady is so inspirational, what she can do and everything. It's just wonderful. I'd like to introduce you to Paula Hind. Hello, Paula. Would you like to share your message, please?
Oh my goodness, it is so amazing to be part of this community. I can't tell you, Pearl and Amanda, I'm so grateful to you both, because International Women's Day means so much to me. I have a daughter of 14 myself, and I hope she listens to this and it inspires her. I had no idea I'd be doing this in my life. I'm a dietitian with 27 years clinical experience, and I started to work in the clinical trial in Newcastle, where for the first time in history they reversed diabetes with weight loss. I never thought in my lifetime that condition would be something of the past. And it was such a privilege to be part of the study, to see that that could actually happen. And while I was part of the trial, it seemed like all of the patients I got were the ones that would lose the weight and put some weight back on. And in that trial, we excluded people who were overeaters, because they really wanted to show that it is possible with the diet and the weight loss to reverse the diabetes, but they took people out of the study that were natural overeaters, or they thought they did. But I worked with most of those people who went back on rescue plan, back on milkshakes to lose the weight again and continue to keep their diabetes reversed, which led me to ask the question, why is it that, you know, some people can lose the weight, but they can't keep it off? And I want the diabetes to be reversed permanently for people. So I was led to Marissa Peer's clinical hypnotherapy and rapid transformation therapy course, no coincidence. And I realized that we could go into people's past, we could do regression and find the cause, the root beliefs of behaviors around food and weight, because there were definitely patterns in these people. And I found that the root of all the behaviors around food and weight loss being available to people were one of a few beliefs, which were, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm different, or I don't belong. And of course, we can rewire those beliefs. We can make new beliefs. I am worthy, I am good enough, I do belong, I'm the same as everyone else, I'm just as good enough, everything is available to me. And so I used the diet reversal program and also a program of rapid transformation therapy to go in and find the old beliefs, pull them out, and rewire new beliefs under hypnosis, that people would listen to a recording for 21 days. And if they carried that on, their diabetes would be gone. So not only would they lose the weight, they would keep the weight off, and they would keep the diabetes away forever. And the successes have just been incredible. So people have been on insulin, they've reduced their insulin by half, they've lost 18 kilograms in 6 months. Other people have come off blood pressure tablets, come off diabetes tablets. And the ripple effect has been massive, because they're going out to tell their family and friends and everyone, look, I didn't think this was possible. And I mean, I'm astounded at the people who've actually changed their beliefs, because they've tried every kind of diet, the cabbage diet, you know, the grapefruit diet. These people don't lack education. They don't lack knowledge about diet. In fact, more of them, you know, they know more than I do. They're experts. And when you look at all the therapies out there and all the targeted health promotion for, you know, to reduce weight and to reduce diabetes, it targets people as if they've got a lack of education. These people are not lacking in education or knowledge. This is entirely mindset. So the diets are all available there. We know that low carbohydrate, ketogenic diet, and the Mediterranean diet work to reverse diabetes and keep it away permanently. And the problem is, how do people stick to that? How do people stick to those diets that are easy to follow with occasional treats, that they can follow every day and they're not hungry on those diets. It just feels like normal eating, and they have movement in their life every day. It feels natural to them. And the answer is mindset. So we remove the old beliefs about what's available to them, we rewire that, and they form a new mindset. I'm good enough, I'm worthy, I belong here, I'm just as good as everyone else, I'm no different. Weight loss is available to me, I can lose my diabetes forever, I can keep it away, everything's available to me. And what I've found from the clients I've worked with who have reversed their diabetes is they begin to think, if it's possible to get rid of this, what else is available to me? And the ripple effect out into every part of their lives. Wow, prosperity is available to me. A relationship's available to me. What else is available to me? Because when they say, I am enough, the three most powerful words that we can ever say to ourselves, look in the mirror, write it on your mirror, I am enough. And those simple words we think might not be powerful at all, but there's a part of us that hears that. And we just need to keep saying it every day, put it on our phones, mark our mirrors in red lipstick, write it everywhere. The words we say to ourselves are way more powerful than what anyone else could ever say. And I am enough are those strongest words, because we don't hear that in social media. We don't necessarily hear it in our families, with our friends. And the strongest and most powerful voice is the voice we say to ourselves. We can be our own cheerleaders. So I've discovered through this program that not only can we transform weight, we can reverse diabetes, but we have the power within ourselves to transform every aspect of our lives. And I discovered from Bruce Lipton that up until the age of 7, that we download all of our behaviors and all of our beliefs about everything, including prosperity, health, weight, everything. And then after that, to be able to transform ourselves, the only way to do it is repetition. So we literally have to be saying every day, or as often as we can, the words that we want in our consciousness and in our life. And Bruce Lipton says, maybe we didn't have a happy childhood, and we don't have that as a belief or behavior. So this is my message today about mindset. It's actually about happiness. And we just have to keep saying, I am happy, I am happy. The mind knows no different. We're literally repeating it. I am happy, I'm happy. And you can feel that instantly, just to feel that in your body as you say those words. Whatever it is that we want, we are the instructor of our mind. Whatever we say to it in repetition, we will get. We have a mind, but we're not our mind. We have a body, but we're not our body. We're the consciousness that exists inside all of it. And I think the powerful message that I want to send out as part of International Women's Day is choose how you want to feel. You say, mind, I choose to feel this, and I choose to feel good about it. And the one thing I would say, what most people want is happiness. Mind, I choose to feel happy, and I choose to feel happy about that. So I'm so honored to be here. That's the simple message that I want to pass on. And thank you, Pearl and Amanda, that you've inspired me to show up here, and all these you amazing women that are here. The ripple effect that's been created today is just enormous, and I'm so grateful to be part of it. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Paula. Now, go to our last lady on the panel for tonight, and I'm going to call on Marie Anna. Marie Anna, can you share your message, please?
Yes, thank you for allowing me in. It was kind of a jump in. I think it was in the water. I jumped right in, and I thank you all for inviting me here. And I know Charmaine, and that's the only one I know. And thank you for allowing me to be part of this group, which is so wonderful to be part of it, because I come from the teaching profession. I've been teaching in Southern Africa and Swaziland. I've been teaching in Germany. I was in America, and now I'm in France. And my whole life situation has changed, and image has changed. And I'm working on being a lifelong learning coach, but in the connection with women in Africa, basically in Swaziland, where I'm coming from, where I grew up at. And my message is from scarcity to becoming sustainable and to becoming the person within you, this, all that what we have said, but not forgetting the space between you and me that we create, that space that we create, that connection that we create, and that I call Ubuntu, the African of being together and uniting together. That it's not just within ourselves, but it's also the space between us that creates this connection, that creates who we are. And that's my message. My challenge is to acknowledge and be aware of that space between you and me. And thank you for allowing me in the space between you and me to be the woman who I am and becoming, and in the transformation of the lifelong learning. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much to each and every one of these lovely ladies that's taken part on today's panel. And I just want to do a shout out for some of the ladies that haven't joined us and weren't able to join us. But some of them have already done their podcast interview, and I'd like you to go and listen, and others will be coming up. I want to do a massive shout out to Penny Power OBE, because Penny has been in the messenger group that I first set up. She has really stood behind what I've been doing. She's sent people to the group. She's asked her daughter to come and be a guest. So Hannah is going to be a guest on my podcast. The whole Power family, if you look at TJ, if you look at Thomas, all of them, if you look at the work they do and what they bring to business, what they bring to individuals, I just want to say a massive, massive thank you to Penny for where she's actually been helping and to promote this. I want to shout out to Vicky Thomas, who was my very first business coach. You will get to hear from Vicky shortly, one very, very special lady. And if you haven't already seen on the podcast, look for the Galactic Unicorn. That's Vicky Thomas. And that interview is absolutely brilliant. And if you're not already connected with Vicky, make sure you do, because she moves mountains. She really, really does. And there's two ladies that I've only met through this, and I've had the wonder to actually already interview them, and I'd say please, please, please look at their interviews. The one is Deborah Levine. Now Deborah, I spoke at the very beginning about Lee Webster and the brainstorming networking group. Now Deborah came from that group, and her story will blow your mind. I've asked her to be a regular guest on the podcast because she has so much to share. And the other lady, I mentioned her when I introduced Samantha Hartley, Patty Lawrence. If you listen to her message, again, another lady I hadn't really spoken to or met properly until I did her interview. And the synchronicities, the way we connected was so, so special. So please, please listen to all of these messages. And someone else I need to say another thank you for, Samantha and I both mentioned him, Bernie Floresca. You have brought so many wonderful women into this group. He's put me forward. When he introduced me to Book of Experts, Tobin interviewed me on the podcast, and they've both been behind everything I do. So I want to do a shout out to Book of Experts, to Bernie Floresca and to Tobin, and to say a massive, massive thank you for that. And I will just leave you with one more message. I know we've gone over time. You've all got fantastic, fantastic stories to tell. But if you haven't already, anyone listening to this, I've set up the Pearls of Wisdom Collaborations Facebook page. That isn't just for women. That's for everyone. Because of what I've done here and I've brought people together, I want to do this for everyone in the future. So please, if you want to collaborate, if you resonate with the work we're doing here, please join that page and let's see where we can take it for the future. And for International Women's Day, I've put the intention, I'd like to see 500 women or more in this group by the end of March. So please, if you resonate with what we've said and you want to come and join us, or you know someone in this group and you want to say yes, is it worth it, please ask those questions. And I just want to say thank you to all you wonderful ladies. You have all blown me away, and I can't believe I'm going to cry now. I can't.
No, I think, ladies, we have to say thank you, Pearl, for connecting the world and connecting all of us.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And we're now going to say goodbye on Facebook. Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Pearl.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Ladies.
Right, I've come away from Facebook. I will leave you all in peace. I will say thank you, thank you, thank you. Reach out any way I can help you. And it just to see from there, please, thank you. Just look what we've done for tonight. What's it going to be like if on the 31st of May, if we can have 500 plus women? Obviously, I won't let it overrun like this. We might have recorded messages to share and everything, but thank you for coming in, each and every one of you for coming into my life. Thank you, and I will leave you in peace.
I just wanted to say, are we all going to remember to tag tomorrow? Are we all going to remember as a collective to post
midday?
Tomorrow?
Yeah, 12 o'clock midday.
12 o'clock, that it just goes out into the universe.
Is there a specific message that we're writing? I know the hashtag, but like, is there some specific copy that we're writing with it?
Yes, we are. We're saying, Pearl, you say it, please.
Well, I can't remember because you said, Liz, when you did your videos. I mean, what I was thinking is literally
share on our group.
Yeah,
please.
pop it in
so
the
we
group
can
and we'll
put
just
in the
copy
group
it.
and we can copy paste
Yeah.
and maybe we can even add the video, like the shot from the video, the photo or.
Okay.
Something, maybe exactly. That's a good idea. The screenshot or something.
Yeah, the screenshot.
Yeah,
But
I'll send it in the group now.
I just like
Okay, once more.
We
Sarah.
all share this because there's a lot of people in the group, and I've been saying like, come on, let's do this, and there's only like a few of us that are like, okay, let's do it. And the others are like,
no, one message on the group.